Okay, just posted it. All right, everybody, we are live. As always, brought to you by Ian Huss, your local mortgage guy. If you need any mortgage help or needs or anything to that effect, feel free to reach out to Ian Huss. Great guy, good friend of mine, and sponsor of the podcast. So today we got Roy Hopkins. Congrats on the win. First place Ironman.
Yes, sir.
What was your overall record?
8-1, 7-1, counting full play.
7-1. You lost the pool play game.
Yep.
All right. Was there any? I'm gonna share this real quick. What you got there?
Oh no, my bad. I was trying to get comfortable, but that's not happening.
Okay. All righty. Ironman, like I said the week before, one of my favorite tournaments. Was it a 4-game pool play into a 2-and-out? Is that how or was it 3 game?
It was 3-game pool play to the 3-game guarantee tournament. Not too bad. Weather was good. A little windy.
Yeah. Field nice as always at Kitten's Lakes.
We weren't at Kitten Lakes. We started at MAB and went to west.
Went to west.
East. I'm sorry. Off Kellogg. Okay. I'm still difficult. It's Rumpke and off Kellogg to me. Yeah, that east and west still.
All right. So the 2-and-out. It looks like you guys beat Odie 21-16. Anything special about that game?
No, that first pool plays. Both teams hit a little bit. I think I played that game.
No, Roy, he's talking about that's the first game of the bracket play.
Oh, the bracket?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it was good games for real. The pool play was a little laid back, but everybody we played was tough as heck. Is that the one where they put 18 in the first inning, Rhino?
14, yeah. We were down 14-4 after 1.
Yeah. We had a lot of errors, but they hit the shit out of the ball.
That's tough to come back from. So did you just kind of chip away, or was it you take it in chunks?
Yeah, we chipped away. They hit their home run real early, so we knew that, if we chipped away at all, that home run was going to help us.
Right. So it's 1 home run, then inning, correct?
Yeah. And I think they might have hit 2, Rhino, maybe. Is that right?
Yeah, I believe they hit 2 inning enders.
Yeah. So that really killed them. We scored 4, 5, 6 here, and then a home run. That was big when the first one. So it was good games though. It was wasn't really no blowouts. No, I mean there were a couple run rules or whatever, but it was close games all the way around.
So when you use your home run early, people don't realize it affects everything, right? It affects how you're coaching third. You got to be a little bit more aggressive, right?
Yes, you got to be aggressive on the bags. It's pressure. You know what I mean? Changes the game for real.
Because no outs, bases loaded, guy blows it out, you get no runs, right? So you got to take some chances. You got to do things a little bit different. And
got to.
People don't realize that. They'll go up there, hit all whoops, whatever. But it really puts a lot of pressure on everybody else.
Yeah, the players, both teams. It's a big momentum swing all the way around on the field.
You guys beat them boys 23-19. Anything stick out about that game?
That was a good game, man. Them guys are good. We played them last year too. I remember them from last year. Their pitchers are solid little pitcher. He walked a few, but they saying that was their first couple of tournaments. But that was a good game there. We battled, talked a little shit. Nothing. Everything was clean. That was a good game.
I believe we were down 10 at one point in that game as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think we might have been down 9 or 10, yeah. So
another big comeback. And then you beat Dirty Dogs, who Rhino has been praising all year. I don't have their score, but it looks like you beat them 14 to something. How'd that game go in the winter bracket final?
Man, them boys hit the shit out of the ball, hit it hard. Good pitcher, that dude that plays middle, Fritz or whatever his name is, he's solid. They're solid. I think they hit a home run in the game, didn't they, Rhino?
No, that was Drees hit a walk. They might have ended the seventh with a home run, but then Drees walked it off with a gap shot in the bottom of the seventh.
Yeah, our home runs, we really didn't hit any for outs until we wanted our guy to hit one for the inning ending out. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Greasy hit 2 grand slams. I think Tristan hit a 3-banger, maybe.
We were very smart with our home runs this weekend. I mean, Adam Drees had one of the most clutch Saturdays I've ever been a part of.
Yes, very much.
To take the lead in both games in the sixth inning, our first 2 games of bracket play, hit a grand slam. So he came up huge, and he did a great job on the mound as well.
Yeah, yeah, everybody did. We moved. I got 3 of the best pitchers in softball, so we moved them around everywhere. Rhino pitched an inning, Jordan pitched an inning, Dreezy pitched 2.
Jordan. Who's Jordan?
We picked up that Jordan Franks from the 8s.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Wax is pretty good too, if I remember right.
Oh, hits it, man. He's a wonderful dude. Same as my squad for real. Like I said all at the beginning of the year, I'm so blessed with this group. So
Yeah.
it just gets better. The injury bug is killing us, but
So I got to have some depth, right?
yes, man. Dakota was hurt. Seth's still out. Drew's got a hamstring. Dustin's got a hamstring. Fit one of Phil's screws in his arm. His wrist is loose. Chad, his sliding techniques ruined his ankle, I think. He pinch hit though, got us a double. Tried to slide in the second and put him on IR.
Out for a while.
Yeah, and we picked up Waz. Man, bro. He hit. He did everything. He's a really good dude. That's the first time I ever played with. I played a bunch of leagues with him and some little rum dum stuff, but regular softball, that dude's something else.
Talking about Wazlewski.
Yeah. Yeah, he pinch hit for us big time. I think we set him all day. I think Rhino, right, and then we hit the home run and let him hit for somebody, and he got a base hit.
Yeah, he came up clutch in the bottom of the eighth inning. We had 1 out, and we put Waz in the pinch hit, and he hit a line drive through the 6th hole, and had to run for him, but he was the winning run.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a pretty good tournament. Like I said, there was no walk in the parks. Everybody, I think we was down in every game except for the last game.
You guys played Shockers, beat 20-14. Shockers, Alpha Dog. I'm guessing they're local. Is that McCoppin's team, or who's all on that team?
The Alpha Dogs?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're I think they're from up Columbus, Dayton, that way, direction up there. The pitcher Fish, I think is his name.
Okay.
He's a monster, man. He used to play with that Knowles team, I think it was. He was a dog on the mound, hit the shit out of the ball. Just like I said, it was just all around cool, man. I was deep as heck. Just everybody all the way down the line just did so good. Tristan diving catches. Riley ran all the time. Mario with a diving catch. And just he turned some double plays. I mean, we had some errors too. But man, then Rhino come in 1 inning, 2 missiles up the middle, caught them. Greasy barehand and shit, trying to. Just a fun time, man. Everybody was cool. There was a lot of shit talking, but nothing really got out of the way. You know what I mean? It was just good softball. Umpires was cool. And so we're all in all just a little windy, but other than that, it was a nice time.
What players stood out?
I did the averages. I'm gonna have to tell you everybody because it was a team effort. So
Okay. We got time.
I'm just gonna start at the top one. I don't really know which order it is, but Riley was 741. He was 20 for 27. Coda was 621. Rhino was 652. Christian was 862. This is not the championship game. I had this all the way up till then, so we're missing a couple at bats. But
Okay.
Bryce was 575. That young kid was in his head tough, man, and he just battled all 8, 9 games or whatever it was, and just did really good for us. Jordan was 577. Brian Chase batted 880. 25 at bats. Dreezy was 700. Dad was 429. Billy Phil was 688. My dude Reef was 643. He only had 15 at bats. B Hop was 615. Oh, we picked up Paulie Coyne. He was 670. Mario 560. Dustin, he was 857, but then he tore his hamstring, we think. Donnie was 4 for 4. He batted 1,000. And Waz was 6 for 8 on the day at 670. And then I batted 800, but that don't really matter. I only had 5 at bats, but I'll take it.
Who was your MVP this week?
I had to say Dreezy.
Dreezy?
Yep. And then right there behind him would be BC and Tristan. I mean, BC was on the base every time. Doubles. It didn't. Whatever we needed him to do, he was on. And then Tristan, he played wherever. Diving catches. I mean, he ain't got no arm no more, but that dude hit the cutoff almost every time and made a couple good plays. He made a real nice diving catch. So, and then we did really good not hitting a home run until, for what, Rhino? 4th, 5th, 6th inning, sometimes in the 7th inning.
Yeah, we did a really good job preserving that home run. And I'm a big proponent in WSL that whoever hits their home run first usually loses. So we did a good job with that.
Yeah, we did really good. I mean, Dreezy was stroking it on the line. Jordan, we wanted him to hit a home run. We was playing his team. And I think we was louder on our side when he hit the inning-ending home run than they were. So it was weird. I want him to hit it, though, just because against his team.
Okay. Right.
And then Rhino came up for the game, bases loaded. There's a video somewhere. Took the walk. It was pretty cool. Ball game.
Walk-off walk?
Walk-off walk. We're
So
against for the championship.
Here's what we did, Z. So I was 4 for 4 going into that at bat, right?
Yep.
And I knew Tristan was coming up with first and third, so I knew they were probably going to walk him. But I had Mario step up like he was on deck, and I kind of hid.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it worked or not, but they walked Tristan to get to me, and then he threw me 3 straight balls.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what you'd have done in that situation. Ending out, gets him out of the inning. Tristan definitely has way more pop than I do. What would you have done?
2 outs?
2 outs.
2 outs.
I think you pitched to Tristan there.
Yeah,
I was thinking
agree.
the same thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't walk to get the Rhino in those situations.
It just puts too much pressure on the pitcher to have to throw a strike, right?
Yeah. Well, someone like Tristan's going to be hyped up. You know, you might get that bomb. You know, old school like Rhino. You know, he's going to slap it wherever he needs to go. Wherever you're not, and the game's over.
Yeah, I wouldn't be gambling on a home run there. You know, it's a plus if it happens, but
yeah,
I don't want to leave it up to the pitcher to have to throw, 2 strikes. You know, you're kind of count on the umpire a little bit. You know, that's how I've always looked at it. You got it 4th and 2nd, so your infield's good. I think you go ahead and pitch to Tristan there. Nothing to do with Rhino. Unless Rhino was a guy that wasn't hitting at all, but obviously he was. So I don't see why you don't go ahead and pitch to Tristan there.
Yeah, I definitely would have. Opposite side, I'd have pitched to Tristan. But either way, it's poison either way because he's batted 900 all tournament, and then Rhino's coming. So, and then you got Brian Chase that batted almost 800. It's coming right around there too. So you was in trouble either way.
Yep. Sometimes in those seed games, you want to walk to get to an out, but there's not. Sometimes they're about 7-8 batters away, right? So
right.
You just gotta hope for the best.
Yeah.
How many timeouts did you use?
How many timeouts? Whew. Yeah. The one team didn't like it, so I used it every inning. Just to mess with them, but it was pretty cool after that. They thought we had to take the pitcher out. But One game I use a lot, and not too many. I got generals on the field now, so really, I just got to pull my phone out here and there, and I don't know, throw a new ball in maybe. I ain't even got that no more with Donnie and Chad. Got all the balls, and they're already on my little Vietnam switches and all that shit. So I just sit back and look good.
Good
I mean,
spot.
you got Rhino in the field. You got Brian maybe catching or Reef. I mean, them's generals, and you got Riley's young and Tristan's young, but them dudes they lead by how they play. You know what I mean? Mario, I mean, that dude same way. So real blessed with it this time.
Rhino, I think I cut you off. Were you going to ask something?
I was just going to say I was really impressed with the eights this week. I know they've been struggling a little bit in GSL, but man, they were a scrappy bunch this weekend. We had a chance to run them. They were down 8 coming into the bottom. I want to say it's the 6th inning, and they shut us down, and then they came back, tied the game up.
Yeah, it went 8 innings. No, they're scrappy. They always are. They always are scrappy.
Real tough.
Especially in WSL, it's a little different.
They claim they like WSL better as far as their results. They think they finished better in WSL. They couldn't explain why, but they I'm guessing because it's more at Kenton Lakes and that's kind of their home park.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm more WSL as well. I mean, I don't know. It's tough with you got the U trip and their sanctioning. I mean, and then WSL is different, but it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So it's tough, but I think we're more built, and I like Talent said. We've always done pretty good WSL. We've always done pretty good in U trip as well, but it's just a harder fight. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can miss 2 balls. I mean, we had several errors in WSL, so you can have a couple and get away with coming back and having a chance. But U-Trip, DSL, it's tough. You ain't going to go out there and have 2, 3 errors where you don't turn double plays and dropping balls and such, and you're going to beat somebody.
So
Z, don't let Roy downplay about him just looking good in the dugout. Every move he made this weekend, whether it was a pinch hitter or a pitching change or a defensive switch, paid off. Every single one.
It's easy. Like I said, I got good dudes, got some generals on the field, so I can concentrate on a few things. And I always get lucky with guys and moving around. You can ask some of my dudes that's been around me. I get real lucky with that. That comes from Uncle Jay. Because he could move a dude. I remember him moving Danny Johnson out in the grass and catching a line drive or a one hopper. Red Ronnie Jones moving him to right center with no center fielder and the ball going right to him. Hondo, I think, the dude with the lip, moved him all the way to the fence and he robbed a home run. You know what I mean? It's just like, just get lucky with that kind of shit. And like I said, I got good dudes. I mean, I don't have to play Phil all the time. Phil's a dog, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you guys have been around together for what, 15 years or so, it feels
like? 15 years, yep. Yeah, some of them's been there with me, Reef, Phil.
Roy, I just want to talk about Adam Dries for 1 second. I know he joined your team about 4 years ago, and it seemed like when he joined, the whole dynamic of your team kind of changed a little bit. Want to touch on that a little bit?
Well, he brings a different kind of excitement to the game. You know what I mean? You've seen it. I'm sure you've been around it. And he's always, that dude's trying to take a bite out of that ball. You know what I mean? So everybody wants to get behind him and go with him. You know what I'm saying? He's always going. He does whatever. He was kind of worried when I picked up Rhino and now Jordan at his pitching, and I'm like, bro, we've talked. You're my starting pitcher. I said, I got the best backups in softball, so don't worry about it. I might need you to go play another spot. I might need you at third. So, and then he'd go play third and do his thing. Hit the ball, walk. I pinch hit him. I think he was 3 for 3 or 4 for 4, and I pinch hit him. He didn't say a word. I mean, it was a close game. I didn't want him to change his mindset because the dude was locked in. He was hitting that laser that was off the ground, about as tall as he is, and it was just smoking. So I was like, man, I don't want you to change nothing. Let dude bat for you. So they switched to a 4-man with no home runs, and he hits a gap to win the game.
Yeah,
I think Riley scored for first, didn't he, Rhino?
Yeah, right. That was against the Dirty Dogs in the
Yeah.
bottom of the 7th.
Oh, Riley, that dude, he scored from first so many times.
It's always nice to have in your pocket.
Yeah, dude's a gamer. I wanted to play with him for a while.
Yeah, I always say he's the fastest guy in the park. He may not be in a straight line the fastest guy around. This dog needs to shut up. But running the bases wise, he's you ain't gonna get much faster around the bases than what he does.
Right. Yep, I agree. Tristan flies around the bags as well, and they're all hustling. I mean, like I said, we're beat up a little bit still coming into this weekend, but some of my bench guys are even hurt now. So
When I remember Dreezy from Tiger Fitness, and that's before he was pitching. I think you got him pitching, right?
Yeah.
So I remember him having a reputation of amazing glove. His bat was kind of so. It sounds like he just does it all the way around now. Is that?
Yeah. He's a dog. He's a dog amongst dogs, and I'm blessed. All right, he's going to be there all the time. I never have to. I could put him in the lineup, not worry about he'll be there and he's going to play. That's which most of them are, but I mean, it's very comfortable to have someone like him that he can go almost play anywhere in the infield for real.
How'd you decide to start letting him pitch? Was it his idea? Was it your idea?
Both. I mean, we got that little bonding with I've known him all my life. You know, as a kid, he used to be around softball watching us and everything. So we've always had a little connection. And then just talking and at practice all winter long, you know, he's always pitching. So he's like, yeah, I couldn't pitch over there. They had too many. So we just went with it. And, man, it's been – you can't fuck with him. Middle's closed. He ain't scared. One thing he does that makes me mad as hell is he sticks that paw out there and tries to grab that ball barehanded. He's done that twice. One time it hurt us. We had to take him out of the game. Look, I'll tell you a story about him. Last year, it might have been 2 years ago. He did something to his eye. We're at Mojo. So it might have been 3 years ago. They ain't let me play in that thing since they try to make me play C, but that doesn't matter. We're playing in Mojo. He did something to his eye. So he's done. You know what I mean? He's got the shades on. He's smoking THC. It's over. You know what I mean? So he's walking to the parking lot. I'm like, Dreezy, where you going? I mean, this is during the game.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to the parking lot. I'm beep, beep. You know, you're going to get his thing. I said, come here. I need you to come here and hit a home run. So he comes up, drunk as hell, one eye, hits a bomb, does his thing, and then goes back to the parking lot. And it was just, I mean, you had to be there to see the intensity and everything. There might even be the video of it. Man, it was just crazy. So he's just a gamer, man. Like I said, he's just a big time gamer, good teammate. I'm another one of the, you know, I'm fortunate to have him.
So I got one last question for you before we move on to some other things here. So it feels like just yesterday, but it's been a few months now. At the committee meeting, they were talking about how good your team was. So can you tell me who you brought in this year to kind of really put you guys over the top?
Well, right, the man sitting there below you, Rhino, and he brought Riley and Seth, and them two are dogs right there. I mean, and then I had Coda, Bill, of course, and then the Bryce kid, which is young, he tried to play C. So, I mean, really just the Rhino and Riley is really who we added, which made a big difference. Most of the pieces have been there. You know, Jordan, we just picked him up here through the year. You know, Drew's been there still, he's a dog playing the outfield. Tristan, he's been there. We picked up this Brett kid, and then the Dustin, the young boy Dustin. I mean, he's 20-some years old. You know, he hits the shit out of the ball. So, and then now I just picked up, with the Waz and Paulie. I mean, them's good role players. And then the Tyler, I picked him up from OTF. That dude's a dog. So I just keep adding pieces.
Yep.
The SEP kid, I mean, my youth is just it's just crazy.
Well, congrats on having a great team, and congrats on your win. You're welcome to hang out and talk some more softball if you want, or you're free to go. It's up to you.
I'll hang out for a minute, see what's up this weekend.
So the BTX wins, not local, so we won't talk too much about it. But six pack makes a nice run to finish. Looks like they finished third. Mo also always good, makes a run. Congrats to all there. And then the rec. Come on. American Made, Slugger City. I don't know if Slugger City's local or not, but American Made is. Looks like they lose by one in the final. Good run by them.
Yeah, American Made's a pretty solid little team. I'm not sure of the Slugger Cities.
Yeah,
I want to say they're from out of town, I think.
I think so too. So congrats to all there. And now we'll move on to the men's spring national championships. I got the team list here. There was talk of maybe having the bracket. I'm guessing it didn't get done in time. That's okay. So let's go through the team list. In the D, B and C, Tomcats, BTX, who just won last week. Buffet Boys, D&D Groceries, EOS, Corrupt, Players, Six Pack, Tiger Fitness. Who do you like here?
I mean, I think I'm going to go BTX with the repeat.
I'm going to take one of the home teams and Tiger Fitness. I'd say Tiger Fitness or Players, but I'll take Tiger Fitness.
All right. You stole my pick. I need to start going first. I'll go with Six Pack again. They made a nice run last week. Hopefully they do it again. All right, on to the E.
The Tiger Fitness, that's red in them guys.
Yeah.
Yep. In the E, we got Du Bois, Dirty Birds, Dirty Dogs, Eights, Empire, FOE, Free Agents, Nasty Boys, Natty Red Legs, OTF, Relentless Reloaded, TCS, Team Sting, The Goats, Tribe, Water Boys, Wilson Concrete. Nice little showing here.
Yeah.
Who do you guys like here in the E?
I'm gonna pick last.
Okay.
I'll take the Goats. They're usually pretty good.
I'll take TCS because I guess I know who Roy's picking here.
Yeah, I'm gonna take my Red Legs. So
You're hot. Ride it.
yeah, I mean, I know if my dogs show up, it's hard.
And then in the rec, we got American Outlaw, Cincy Freeze, God Be Law, TPE, Henny Gang, NKY Woodpeckers, Queen City Slammers, Rough Riders, Slugger City, and Voodoo.
I'll stick with the repeat again, Slugger City.
Slugger City. I'll go Henny Gang here. They've been playing well all year. So yeah, that's my pick. Who you like, Roy?
I'm gonna take Hating Gang as well. I know a few of them cats over there. They've been doing it for a while, so
Playing really well this year.
Yeah. Yeah, they got a good little group down there with the, Lord Corey Ty. Whenever he shows up the right one, he's a pretty good ball player. So,
does he sometimes not show up the right one?
Well, sometimes mental. They say I don't really know him, and he's never really played for me. I've just always heard that sometimes a different head shows up, and it's a whole total different player, like C to E. So, and then I know playing against him, the dude's a dog. So, and he can play outfield. If he's in the outfield playing, that not much is landing. So,
all right. So, we're gonna talk All-Star Game, All-City Team, Super Draft, Alumni Game. It's not a coincidence I brought this up. Dave is interested in doing all these things. He and I are going to meet shortly to make some of these things happen, or if not all of them. So just a little feedback. So if you want to text your friends to get on here and comment or whatever, we would like to have feedback for all this stuff. So I'll start with the All-Star game. We did one a few years ago. I thought it went pretty well. What do you guys think about that? Were you guys interested in it? Is there anything we could have done better? What would you change? Go.
It was a great reading material on people that didn't get picked for the All-Star game. So I look forward to that again. But I think it's a great idea. I mean, guys should be recognized for their accomplishments, for sure. They should be put on display.
Yeah, I agree. It was cool. I mean, I think he should be a little more, let the coaches be a little more involved as far as like with the stats and stuff. So it's not so much who your favorite player or who you dislike. You know what I mean?
So
Like,
last time we had,
I'll tell you an instance because a lot of people don't like the Red Legs, surprise, but Coda was shafted, and that motherfucker's a dog, bro. He nothing against the Chase kid. I love the Chase kid too, just because of his family and way he plays. But Chase can't hold Coda's job.
What do you mean, Roy? You got a red leg on that, didn't you? Didn't Bots get picked for that?
Oh yeah, that pedophile. He sure the fuck did. That was a friend thing until they found out what was up with him.
so last time we did where the coaches picked a team and then the internet picked a team. And I think the internet went undefeated, if I remember right. So
Yeah, no, they did okay. I just think that it just needs to be more statistic wise. Coaches like you, Rhino, me, we keep the stats. So I mean, that's something else with Jersey too. I mean, I get Kara, the best bookkeeper in softball too. So that makes a little difference. You know what I mean?
yep, nice to have.
Yeah. But I mean, just a little more stat wise, you know what I'm saying? Just as more like because they like him better. But you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Because my book stat wise, I'm sure you are the same way with your stats and stuff. I could pull up everything about them. I keep all my books and all that stuff.
How would you keep people from padding stats to get their guys picked?
I mean, that's the tough part there. I mean, you gotta hope the coach ain't acting like that. You know what I mean? No other way.
Yep.
No other way.
Or you can cap it, have a limit of how many guys per team.
That too. Yeah. Yeah. And then you also going to know as well, you know what I'm saying? What, because we know the local people. If you maybe do like a committee, you know what I mean? I mean, that might be get a little more reaching out there, but like get a person from the E, a person from the D, a person from the C.
So last time we did 5 coaches from each division based on power ranking. That's how we did the coaches pool.
Yeah.
And,
No, that's a good way. That's cool.
So yeah, so maybe that could be possibly. I don't know. I'm open to whatever. That's why we're kind of conversating here about it. So, Roy, if you were to run it, how would you do it? Would you do 2 online polls? Would you do 1 coaches, 1 not, or what would you do?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that worked as far as that went well. I mean, it was good ass teams. You know what I mean? Really good softball. So brought people to the park as well. So I would be cool with that. And then like something maybe, like you, Dave, Brian Gay. I mean, that dude's wonderful for ball. You know what I'm saying? As far as, okay, yeah, this guy, he's not padding his stats. You know what I mean? So you'll be able to figure that out. There's 4 right there. You 3 and Brian and Dave. I mean, which I think Dave's getting a little probably a little older for that than softball, but some kind of final boss. You know what I mean?
Yep. Do you like the 1 game? How we
No,
did?
no, I think it should be more like a series, a best of 3 or best of 5 or something.
So would you have games going on 3 fields then?
That or I mean, I don't mind coming to softball a couple nights a week for something like that. So I don't know. It's different with me. I ain't got all the kids. Here's my kids right here. He don't need nothing but a damn bone. So,
Alrighty.
so it might be different for folks to make it out 2 different nights. I don't know. You have to see all the options, I guess.
How about the all-city team? So I think there's talk of including that in the Hall of Fame dinner. so they would be a part of that ceremony. I think is what Dave was talking about. What do you guys think about that?
So is he just going to have one all city team, or is he going to have specific levels for the all city team?
Well, I mean, we can do whatever.
I think the more recognition guys get, the better. It's good that guys are going to get recognized for the year that they had and things like that.
Yeah, I agree. It
But
makes you
again, how
want
do
to
you
come play
stop people
more.
from how do you stop people from padding stats and stuff like that though? So that's going to be the tricky part.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, who votes on that? I guess we put a committee together and do it that way. Again, tough, right? Like, there's no perfect way to do it. You're going to leave somebody out. You're going to have somebody you shouldn't. You just try to do your best, but
Yeah.
I guess for that you do a committee. Would be live, Hunter. Okay. All right. So yeah, do you think people like if you were getting recognized to be an all city player, do you think that person shows up to that banquet?
Yeah.
If they care about the game, yeah, I think they do.
So I think the thought is, Dave and I haven't talked too much, that it's kind of merging the past with the present, right? Like you're kind of bringing all those together, kind of passing the tradition a little bit. I think that's the thought there. I think it's a great idea. I'm not sure what Dave's thoughts are yet, so maybe he has some better ideas. All right, super drafts. This is something Larks used to run years ago, and it kind of went away. Is that something you guys would be interested in coming back?
Super Draft was one of my favorite weekends of the year, just because there wasn't any pressure on performing, and I got to play GM for a weekend and try to draft a team and things like that. So I really enjoyed the Super Draft. When they switched the dates around and things like that, when I was always at a world tournament, it kind of stunk. But I understand it was a business decision and things like that. So, but I would definitely welcome the Super Draft back. I think it's a good chance to meet people that you don't normally play with and things like that.
So, to expand on that, how big is it to play with conference guys? I'm sure you're not as impressed anymore, but maybe for like the E guys, maybe for just the league player to be able to play with those guys, is that big of a deal?
I'm sure it's a thrill for them guys. Like I said, I've played with them, I've played against them, so to me, it's not as big a deal. If you get the right conference guys to come up here and have a good time and want to teach some of these young kids what it takes to get to that level, then I think that's great. But I know a lot of times when we had conference guys in there, they were on the list, and then some of them didn't show up and things like that. So when you drafted them, they weren't even on the team. So my strategy was I kind of stayed away from them.
You're kind of afraid to hit middle a little bit. They're going to try
Yeah.
to not hurt anybody, right? I kind of did the same thing, Ryan, to be honest. What do you think, Roy?
Yeah, I love that tournament. Met some new people. Met dudes from out of town. I mean, it's a good time. The whole format and the whole setup. I mean, I wouldn't change anything with it. I would just find a date that it can be ran.
How about this? I was looking at running it a few years ago, and they ended up not having it. But I found software to do an online draft. What would you guys think about that?
That'd be nice.
Yeah, that'd be hella cool.
So you would have your 10 coaches or 12 or whatever it might be, and then we would just do it right here, just like this. And there's a software and you can see who's available and who just got drafted, and I would broadcast it, and then we can talk as it goes. And then
I didn't mean to interrupt you, but that was a good time. That was a good time at MAB. There, we socialized, a bunch of people around. So
you could still be in the same spot and still do it online.
yeah,
And we can broadcast it live. I think that'd be sweet if the guys want to get together at MAB. Then we hang out up there on the deck, and if the guys can't show up, they're still able to draft online.
True. The live draft was fun though, like Brian said. I mean, but yeah, you can do both, like you said there. I mean, it was cool. You're sitting there with your coaches you're picking against, you know what I mean? And me and you, Ryan, we sat battled for a couple years and sat across from each other. You, Mike, and who was your buddy to come with you?
I always have Doc with me.
Yeah, Doc. So that's a good time, man.
So yeah, so that's another thing is we could do it where we all meet at that on Thursday, and maybe like we always did. I just have the draft software going. I just do it myself while you guys pick, and that way, if somebody's at home, I can broadcast, like the live view of what's going on at the bar, and then also the picks going too. So that way they can. If you remember back in the day, we'd have a live broadcast, but nobody could hear what was going on. That way, people can follow along.
Yeah,
So that'd be another option.
definitely a good idea.
Okay.
And then when you get Nikki Sinowowski and that side involved with it, it's just going to be bigger with all the advertising.
Mm-hmm. So, and then last but not least, alumni game. So that tournament was a massive tournament, and then it kind of filtered down to almost nothing. And I think that's probably why it eventually went away. Why do you guys think participation dropped in that? Is there? I can think of one thing, but I'm curious of what you guys think.
So my opinion, and it's probably not going to be very well liked, but I think participation from my school went down when you started allowing people that didn't go to that school to play for the team. In my opinion, it's an alumni game. If you went to that school, you can play for that school. Not all you get two guest players, or my wife went to this school, or things like that. If a guy didn't grow up here, it sucks. But guess what, man? You're gonna have to sit out that weekend.
So is it? Would you have it? They have to had graduated from there? They went there for a year. Went there for a day.
That's logistics. I mean, I would say graduated, but then somebody's gonna say, "Well, I went to Diamond Oaks or something like that." And I graduated from there. So I don't know how the logistics work, but I think you would definitely have to spend the majority of your time at that school.
I never played in it, but I would agree that you'd have to at least be there at that school for somewhat of a time, or that area where you might have to go to a different high school or whatever. Like you said, ours was the OWA program back in my day, so only stuff like that have been my penal team. You know what I mean? We'd probably whoop all y'all's ass.
So I know Dayton has a pretty big alumni game. I don't know what their rules are or anything like that. So I know they have a big alumni tournament.
I'd definitely come watch for sure.
Would you do an upper and a lower, where the lower is D and E only, or would you just have it all as one?
I think it all needs to be one.
Yeah, I'd say all as one.
I've always assumed that the participation dropped because who's gonna shell out the $150 or whatever it is, right? I think that's, to me, that's probably the bigger concern is who's gonna own up to pay that. Again, I haven't talked to Dave. I don't know if this is possible, but what if we did a higher gate fee? Like if we did like $10 gate fee, there's no entry fee. Would that be a go?
What about running as like a pay the umpire at the plate type thing, and then I don't know.
Thought about that too, but then there's still somebody's gonna have to come up and figure that out.
Well, I mean, $150, is it really that much to say, hey, I need $12 from you to play in this tournament?
Is it hard? No. It's hard to find somebody willing to do that.
Well, I mean, if you're not,
like, I'll do that, you'll do that. But if you got 12 guys from Lakota or something, no coach, who's going to step up and say, I'm going to collect the money?
One of them Lakota, one of their families is loaded. Somebody in their family will pay that shit. I just think $150 shouldn't be anything for $10, $12 for $15 at most for you guys to come play 3 games with your buddies. I mean, nothing's free. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's cheap. $150 for a tournament. I mean, how many games you get? 2, 3 for sure.
I think we did a 2-game round robin into a 1 and out. I think it's how it used to work.
So 3 games for $15.
Would you allow schools to have multiple teams?
I think so. Why not?
Why not? Yeah.
I agree. I know that Taylor has a lot of softball players. So when it first happened, Taylor had one team, and I know a lot of guys are upset that they didn't get picked for the team. And I tried to explain to them, well, no, nothing's stopping you from putting a second team in there.
Yep.
So
Yeah, somebody says Dayton does it. So maybe we should see Fly, reach out to whoever the Dayton dude is and see how what they doing with it.
See, they do it as 30-35 a player.
30-35. Dude said here, upper and a lower.
So yeah, it looks like they do it like the girls' fast pitch. You play your pool play games, and then based on how you finish in your pool play, you go to the upper bracket or the lower bracket. So you could do it that way.
Yeah, Brooks, I know Mike. Good dude, good for ball.
And then not to get too off topic, Grove City. So that's a high school in itself, I believe. And they have an alumni tournament, but it's like the 07 graduates have a team, the 08 graduates have a team. Every year has a team up until a certain point, and they start combining them once the guys get older. But
Nice.
I've heard amazing things about that tournament.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think the cost is the bigger thing, and having somebody organize it and do it. I think all kinds of guys want to play. It's just just like any softball team, you got to find somebody to run it.
Yeah, yeah.
And,
I mean, is it even something to lower it to 100 or 125? I mean, 150 is not bad. 10 dudes, that's $15 a man. To get in the park, 20. I mean, 18 total. I mean, you're just going to spend $50 all weekend, maybe. I mean, it depends on your alcohol intake, but
it's person to person.
yeah. I don't know if you make them pay it far in advance. I mean, who knows? They might be. I just think 150 is really fair.
Oh, it is, and I don't know what the price is. That's kind of what it used to be, if I remember right. I just you know how guys are. You ask them for $2, they freak out sometimes.
Oh,
So,
bro, you
Sure,
already
you ask them
know.
for $5 to get in the gate, they freak out.
You already know.
so yeah, I think if we could keep the cost to where people would be interested, I think it could be a really big tournament because everybody likes the bragging rights of their high school. I went to Northwest, so we have the old Tropic guys now. They're kind of older, 30 plus now. And then we had the younger Clutch Breeden guys. So I think we have a pretty good team. And Brian, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Taylor.
Taylor. Okay, so you guys are a bunch of beasts, right?
Yeah, we got to get Wegman out of retirement.
I got a text about that today, actually. So you might have a shot.
Uh-oh.
It sounds like he's looking to play a little bit.
See if he can appeal down to the E list, Roy.
It'll be tough with one home run.
Yes, it would.
I think he'd get walked an awful lot in the E.
Pitcher would be in trouble. B-Hop asked if does the coach have to be from the same school?
No, I don't care about that.
Yeah, I wouldn't care. That'd be cool putting the team together. Like I said, I've never been around or done anything of that kind of stuff. So
the couple years that it was pretty good size, I mean, it was an awesome event, great atmosphere, friendly rivalries, like just from high school, Northwest and Fairfield are close, so a little trash talking there, things like that. But the roster stuff does get crazy. Like, can we combine Colerain and Northwest? Well, when I went to Northwest, it was a Division I school. So you're combining two Division I schools together. That doesn't make sense, right? You're just kind of cheating. So I think you just got to figure out the roster stuff and be strict with it. And I think people appreciate that.
Yeah,
I think I want to say Fairfield went back to back.
I think they won them all. I don't know.
Well, no. Taylor won the first one.
Did you guys win the first one? Okay.
We won the first one. And then I think Fairfield swept it after that.
KJ, was he the one pitching?
I want to say he was on that team, yeah.
So, yep. Well, just some thoughts. As you guys listen to this later in the week, I know everybody's going to listen live. I would say most people don't. Feel free to comment on that post or send me a text with ideas. Dave's wanting to meet next week, so I'll bring those to him, and then we'll go from there. Anything else you guys want to talk about before we get out here tonight?
Once the brackets come out for WSL, I'll post lines and we'll run the bracket challenge again. I still got to Venmo Evan his $20 for his bucket. He asked me if I was going to be down at West tonight. So, Evan, unfortunately, buddy, I don't do much league play, so you won't catch me during the week.
Yeah, we took off. We was too banged up, so everybody's off really.
So I saw another thing. Legacy up in One Nation had another good weekend. I know they got double dipped, and that sucks, but they're playing really well right now.
Missing a bunch of guys too from what they told us last week. So yeah, I mean they're obviously very good. A lot of talent. They've played together for a while now. They're going to be tough to beat, no matter if it's C, D, E, or whatever.
Yeah,
this is the way they're playing right now.
they're playing D.
You don't like that?
Yeah. He ain't gonna get me started on that shitty ass One Nation shit. So
Is that why you got mad at me a few weeks ago?
yeah, because I feel like you support that shit, and you're a local leader around here, so I got a little salty with you.
I don't take it personally, ever.
No, nothing personal against you. You're a local, you're an OG around here. You know what I mean? So I just feel like you need to be U-Trip, GSL, WSL, no matter what, or get your ass out of Cincinnati limelight. You know what I mean?
Okay. Just let me know when it's time.
Definitely not One Nation. So
you don't think there would be any room for that ever?
if they sat down and did the right thing, and would maybe, because I do like the one rule with the home run spot, but other than that, I mean, if it wasn't for turf field, there wouldn't even be One Nation. So, and who knows if that happens? You know what I mean? Are they going to sit down and do the right thing? Or I mean, a lot of shit people don't know. So,
Right thing? Do you mean like sanctioning teams? Right thing, or like the
yeah.
player
Well, the truth for
membership
one,
fee?
you're going to get me going.
Let's do it.
The truth for one, I just say this right here. They say there's no team fee. So in order to go play in a team, go play in the Mojo. We'll use that for an example. That's $1,200 for me to go up there and play. $20 a man, $25 a team, and I've not even got to that area code yet. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a big payout, nice tournament on the turf, but come on, man, that's not. And then the teams you play, Legacy's not D. There's no way in hell Legacy is a D team. Them boys are dogs. I got mass love for all. I don't like Ryan Collins as softball. Personally, I don't know the dude, but them dudes are dogs. And Ryan Collins picks animals up all the time, so them guys play. And there's no way in hell that they should be D. And then one time it was told that for us we would have to play C. So what the fuck is that? You know what I mean?
Was that because you had too many C players, or what was
It's
going on?
because the dude don't like me personally because I speak my mind. Personal shit.
He doesn't know how to take you?
Yeah. That doesn't even matter either way, neither. It's just no. I'm not saying it's no good for softball right now. It needs to be the right thing and brought in the right way, discussed the right way, handled the right way, because they don't even have a park. You know what I mean? So just a lot of shit. And like I said, I like that one rule with the spot. That's awesome. And then the way the runners rule they do. And I mean, I don't know. Not saying it's bad for softball. I just think they need to sit down with our leaders the right way. So
let me ask you this, Z. So Mike Lightsey is on your team, One Nation C player.
Yep.
He got picked up as a guest player to go play at a lower level.
Yep.
Now that's well within One Nation's rules, but dude, how is that fair?
yes.
Not only do I have to compete against out of town guys, but now I've got to compete against Mike Lightsey, who's arguably one of the top 5 C players in the city, and now he's playing D.
Yes.
But you can do the same thing in U-Trip. So we didn't use him as a guest player. I dropped him and then Red picked him up. And you can do the same thing in U-Trip up until a point. At some point, you have to sit out for a month or whatever.
Yeah.
But you can do the same thing in U-Trip. That'd be my argument for that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like all the player hopping and team hopping and pick up this guy, that guy. I like to roll with what you got. That's kind of how I've always done it the best I could. Sometimes you need to grab somebody because you're shorthanded, but
yeah. Always roll with I try to roll with the same dogs like you do.
Yeah. Sometimes it burns you, sometimes it doesn't, right? But if you got a guy that's been riding the bench and you're shorthanded, what does that say to him if you pick somebody else to go in front of him because you're short 1 week? I don't like how that plays out, but some people disagree, and then there's no perfect way to do anything. Here we go.
No, yeah, I agree.
I'm guessing you're talking about the guy on Mo Hunter. Yeah, that guy's good.
Yeah, I heard about that.
So we played against him the last couple of years. He's played with him for 2 years now. I forget the guy's name. He plays middle. Is that the guy I'm thinking of? Middle short. Cody, I think it is. Cody or Corey. But it was funny. So we played him in D, and then I helped coach the Major Challenge Cup team, and he was on the Indiana Major Challenge Cup team after we've been playing him in D for the last few years. So obviously the dude's good enough to make that team. So it is a reasonable complaint. Always playing third. Okay. Yeah, really good infielder, really good hitter. Tough out. But yeah, that's all I got, boys. You guys, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. Thanks for coming on, Roy.
Yep.
We'll have you on
Appreciate
again.
that.
I'm sure you'll win something else. So I'll see you at the
Hopefully.
park. Take
Yep.
it easy on me if you would.
No, you're good, boy.
All right. See you guys.
Good luck, y'all.
See ya.
See you later.
Thanks.